Flight crew, please prepare for takeoff.
Good morning, guys, and welcome to another Full Transparency Trading Session after hours. We are up $100 right now. We made $100 so far, and the trend is shifting green, so let's go ahead and throw a trend line on there. We're still above the trend line right now, so we're shifting green, right? We're getting higher lows and higher, but we still haven't got higher highs yet. So we had a little change of character right here. Just broke the trend line, pushing to the downside, so the trend looks like it's changing back to red. But we seem to be stopping here and bouncing up, so it looks like the level of support is moving up. We're just looking for our next trade. Now I could get in right here with a low risk trade. You do have lows right here, 1, 2, 3 of those. Yeah, let's give it a try. We'll buy in 2. We're only risking $100. If it breaks through, we got plenty of room to the downside. You know, the start of the day trend was right here at 3:55 a.m. Pushing down. Let's see if we break through. All right, we're in our trade. All right, yeah, so that's a little bounce zone there. It's confirming our theory unless it breaks through aggressively. Now we can make a couple $100 off of the push up to right here. Of course, we'll lock in profit at $25 there. We have $100 to the downside, so we can lose $100 since we already gained that. But we're just going to watch how this plays out here, because we don't seem to be breaking this area, but we're hammering against it. The harder we push down into it, the more negative we'll see. There's positive money there. Okay, so it is going our way. That's good. Like to see us pull in about $200. And equal lows are usually a good time to get in. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 equal lows, start pushing up. Okay, so now we'll modify to 25 cents. We'll come all the way up here. Looks like we're breaking out a little bit. Let's see, the point where we're modified to is about right here. We made it all the way up to 150. That's good. Next take profit area is right here. 175, 200. That's great. That is great. So let's modify up, taking about half of this, at least $100 out of this trade. It's 175, 200, 225. Let's go to the 200 EMA to sell initially. It's 419. If we can break the 200 EMA, tell you what. There's 250. Tell you what, we'll take. We'll cancel that. We'll modify up to here. So that's taking about 175. We see 250. All right, we've pulled back to 200. 200 EMA is always a strong level of resistance, so we are going to close out at $200. All right, so we got 150 of the 225. Good trade right there. Good trade right there. Go ahead and stop this video. You know, thanks for checking out the video. I'm going to get into another trade in a minute. That 200 EMA is always a strong level of resistance, so I probably should have took the 225, but 150 is not bad at all. But that was just a good trade right off of those equal lows right there, and then we rode that up. And that's how you make yourself a couple $100 real quick. We got 150 at 225, so we missed out on $75. Not bad, not bad. All right, so that's the first trade of the second trade of the morning, taking us up to $250. We'll sit here for a couple of seconds and see if we get another opportunity. So that would have came all the way back down thanks to that resistance up here at the 200 EMA. And then you see we had the equal highs. So that's my key to sell, is all of these equal highs right here. Should have went ahead and took that 225, which I had a theory about, the 225, 250. Push down off of that, and maybe we push a little bit lower. It's just like when they draw back a bow and arrow. The further you draw it back, the further it can go down. So we ran all the way up here from my equal lows that I got in at, made it up to an equal high, which I should have paid attention to. I was looking at the 200 EMA. I wasn't looking at the fact that we hit equal highs. And then we shot off of those equal highs to push even lower. Cool, cool, cool. So maybe we break this area now because we just shifted trends. We shall see. But for now, I'll stop this video so it's not too long. That was my second trade of the day you guys just watched. You saw it run up to about 225, 250. We got 150 of that. And we are happy with that trade. We can add more money here shortly. We can add more money here shortly. This has been another full transparency trading session after hours, and I'll start another video if I get into another trade, right? Okay, so we're up 225 over here on this trade. Probably should have got out right here where it was up 350. We're going to allow the pullback to the 250. Don't want to see it come back much further than 200. That was a great entry. Hate to see this pull all the way back up. Looks like we're trending down. Trying to wait for 430. So let me move up my stop loss to about right here. Lock in at least half of the prop. But we don't want to lose any, like we got all the way to 350. We don't want to lose more than half. $430s are coming. Yeah, that thing was coming back. I seen that coming. So we're at 430. Now we're gonna sit here and ride this down. See if we can get more cash back. 430. A great entry in about $400. And that's just it, guys. Just careful entries and taking profit. I should have took profit at the 350 that I was up to way down here, but I waited it out to see what was going to happen, and it pulled back to about 175. That's okay. We're in profit now, and we'll see where this goes from here. If we can break this trend and shift back down, we should be able to get another couple $100 out of it. That's two. That's one. So this is 200 right here, about $250. We'd love to see this push down aggressively instead of pulling back like it is currently. We should still be in the downtrend though, so we're being patient with this trade because we're still in that downtrend. This is where the uptrend started. So once we break this level here, we'll be all the way back in it. We are pushing up though, pushing up a little bit, but just waking up. The bodies are still down here. I'd love to see this thing fall aggressively. We need to break this level here. There we go. We broke the level. We're starting to fall aggressively. So now we'll put about right here is $100. Okie dokie, we're doing it. We're doing it. There's $100. We're not going to modify yet. We want to see this thing come all the way down. Where can it go is the question, right? So now we're going to zoom in. And we are going to go back in time. So that thing could come all the way down here to 517, 516. So let's say we come down to 517, 516, be the lowest. So $100 seems to be what we're getting right now. So $100 will be what I take, unless we break out lower. Okay, 125, 150. See if we can break the 150 area. We're going to close out at 150 because it's bouncing there. If it goes lower, it goes lower. So that's another $150 we just added to the account, which brings us to $400. So one more trade and we would be at our $500 day. But that's 400 right there, and that's what, 3 trades now. Now this thing does look like it's breaking out a little bit, but we didn't want to risk it. You know, don't risk it for the risk. I would have made what, 175 off of that trade, and then you could easily push back to the upside. But we'll get back in another trade later. I think our 4 o'clock hour is done, guys. That is 3 trades for $400. Get back up with you guys a little bit later on. I like doing that. This is going to be like probably some of the new formats of the video. I'll start showing like how I'm getting into these trades. You see all these equal lows. They're having a strong area of support here. You can push a little bit lower, but the area of support is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You know, so once we break that level of support, then we'll push lower to like the 16 area. But I wouldn't strongly, especially with my demand zone being close to right here, get into the downside. I like what I got so far, $400 on the day. Thank you guys so much for checking out the video. We will check back in again at 6 o'clock, and then we'll check back in again at 8 o'clock. You guys have a great day. Hey guys, it's 5 a.m. I just wanted to revisit what I said in the video that we could push down to 516. We in fact did push down to 516. We actually hit 515.75. My analysis is getting much better with the more time that I spend in these trades and trading. But remember where we got out, right? We pushed down a little bit further, but we did pull all the way back up to where we got in at almost. So we would have had to wait another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 minutes. And it you know, it wasn't worth it, honestly, for it to start shifting. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Another 20 minutes before we ever saw us go lower than where we were again. And then finally, like, looking like we were going to pull back and then breaking out to the downside. So the way that I like to trade, I like to get in and out fairly quickly. I don't like to be sitting in a trade for like over an hour or anything like that. 5 o'clock is what started this shift down here to pushing even lower. But we hit the low, which is 1575, like I was saying, 516. And we're starting to push up off of that. But we have room to actually go much lower. We broke out. Let me minimize this. We broke out yesterday because of Google having such great, we broke out yesterday because of Google having such a great earnings, and we're starting to pull it down from there. So we made it all the way up to 51.30 from 50.80. So that was a massive leap up. You know, we probably won't get all the way down there, but 515 is right where this candle starts, which is why I knew 516 was like a strong area of resistance. So that's why I was saying we can get down to 516. And we did just that. The 200 EMA is right here at that 516 area. We came down to the 516 area, and then we stopped right about 516, 575. Really dope. I mean, the more you guys spend in these charts, the more you're going to have that same understanding of market structure, where things are going, and, you know, where they'll stop, where your levels of support are and your levels of resistance are. But we've seen the high, which is 51.30, and that's what it is. Like, the external market structure right now is about $15-16, $51.30 on down to $51.15. So you're looking at about $15-16. If you play inside the external market structure, I play from about the halfway mark, and then I play my way down. You can see all my trades are taken at about the 200 EMA, pushing to the downside. So as long as we stayed below the 200 EMA, I knew that we would continue pushing down, and that's why most of my trades were to the downside. on all of these candles. So like I'd play up to an equal high, which is right here, get in at the equal high, made it all the way down to 350, accepted 150 because we let it push all the way back, popped up to the next area. But we keep having that same exact pattern, some equal highs, a push down, some equal highs, maybe some choppiness, pop up, equal highs, a push down, equal lows, a push up, equal highs, a push down. We keep having that same pattern forming. We actually just broke lower, so it looks like the market's kind of correcting itself from yesterday's massive jump up. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for checking it out. It's 5:12. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm probably not gonna trade again until about 8 o'clock now, since I stayed up to edit this video, and then I'll get on with you guys. Oh, that's a cool little run right there. Oh man, I wish I was in that. So we pushed down from 517 to 514 fairly quickly. These are 2-minute candles right here. One candle, 2 candles for 2 minutes. And this thing is falling a little bit. Like I said, we had plenty of room to fall to the downside with the market correcting itself. But it's too late for me to hop in this play. I would have had to hop in way up here, and then I would be up $700. But we'll find a play. 8 o'clock. Listen, dude, we're going to... The thing about futures that's so dope is you're going to have so many opportunities to find a play. You had a double bottom, it pushed up. Okay, you formed a double top, it pushed all the way down. There's so many opportunities to get in with futures. Never rush a trade. Don't jump in for the sake of jumping in. Like, look, if I had just jumped in right there thinking that it was going to push down to like 510 or 509. Look at how hard this pulled back from the 514. We had 514 exactly, bounced up and pushed back $2. You would have been, if your stop loss was $200, you would have just lost that trade instantly. So you got to be careful, be patient, and your play will come back around. Look at that. And even if you had 250, we're pushing up to the 250 area. Your play will always come back around with trading. Okay, so if you miss a play, let it go. Don't chase it. It will always come back around. I don't care if it's the same day or days later. Plays happen again and again and again. We ran all the way up here. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. We ran all the way up here to 30. We ran all the way back down to right here. So your play is always going to come back, guys. You just got to be patient and wait, basically wait your turn for it to come down. We stayed around this area. We're heading back down to the downside. The market is correcting itself. We ran all the way back up to 51.30. We ran all the way back down to 51.14.50. Yeah, 51.14, and now we're pushing up again. So the plays will happen again and again. Just be patient and wait for your proper play. Right here is actually another good entry. You're getting some equal levels right there where it can be continue the pushing to the downside. But like I said, I'm not just going to jump in for the sake of jumping in. I have to actually see my trade playing out in my head. Thank you so much for checking out the video, guys. I'll get back with you in the next one. Okay, it's 5:40, so one last one for the road, guys. Remember where I said this was a great area to get into a trade? It was going to push down. It did indeed, from 515 all the way down to 512.25, so you could have made yourself another $300 off of that, and then it finally started to return back up to the upside, heading towards the 200 EMA. But that's it for me. Seriously, this time I'm going to go back to bed, give me at least a couple hours of sleep here. You guys have a great day. Happy hunting. And of course, as always, guys, take the easy money. You're going to see these things form again and again and again, and you'll have so many opportunities to get into trades. Just take the easy money.